Hey, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, but if you're new, it's your girl Lex, and if y'all can tell by the title, I am back with another Baddie intro. I know it's been a minute. I really wanted to come back when I had a really poppin' intro, and if you like the intro you just seen, make sure you keep watching, because if you watch all the way to the end, then I promise you'll be able to make this same type of intro. If you guys been with me for a while, you already know I've come with an album prepared for the actual intro. So this intro is broken down into 4 different parts. I screenshot each page so you can see again. The first app I'm going to be going into is Photo Grid. I'm going to choose Grid. I'm going to add in all the photos. It's like 9 photos that make this collage. So I'm going to just add them in really quick. So next, I'm gonna hit next, and I would just size them appropriately. Make sure you remove the photo grid watermark. Nobody want to watermark any photos. Make sure there is no border around it, no white showing. You want this to look really seamless. So take your time doing this, and then you will save it right at the top right. I already have it saved, so I'm not gonna save it again. Next, we're gonna go into KineMaster, and in KineMaster we're gonna create a new project. For the ratio, choose 16:9. Then I'm going to hit media, and I'm going to go add the grid that we just made in, but make sure it's photo and not video. So I'm going to make sure it's at least, I want to say 4.3 seconds. Then I'm going to hit layer, effect, and I'm going to choose basic effects and choose the Gaussian blur. And then I'm going to hit layer, sticker, and I'm going to choose heartburst. You can find this inside of the store. When I size it up, I put it like in the middle, like maybe right here. And for the animation, I'm gonna choose fade. Okay, so I know I didn't just record me actually showing you guys how to add the newspaper in, but all you would do is hit layer, media, photo, and add it in. I'm just going to change the animation to feed in for the newspaper. So now we're going to go into Filmora Go, hit new project, and add in the video we just made in KineMaster. Now I'm gonna hit pip, photo, and add in this cutout photo of Ari that I made in Superimpose. I already showed you guys a million times how to cut out photos, so I'll add in a video out where I'm showing you guys how to cut it out in the description box. And for the animation, I'm gonna hit motion, and I'm going to choose flip. Now I'm going to go into PixArt, and I'm going to choose the plus button in the toolbar, hit all photos, choose a transparent background, choose it again, and then save it. Then go into Fonto, and the font that I used for this is Autobiography. I made the font white. For stroke, I chose black and chose the width 5. I hit style, and I chose the third one to get the black shadow, but you could choose any shadow. I can change it to any color you want, but I like black. And I will save this as a PNG. Once it's saved as a PNG, I'm going to go back into Filmora Go, hit pip, hit photo, and I'm going to add her name in. I'm gonna size it up. And for the animation, hit motion and choose flip again and see what looks best. But make sure I'm gonna move it over some. I don't like that one. You gotta look at the speed on these. I think I like that, so that's what I'm gonna use. I could like just rewind to see which one I chose or just play with them. And I'm going to trim this down because it's too long. I think 4.5 is a little long enough. I mean, it's long enough. And I'm going to move her name down some because it was starting too soon. I actually have to move it down a little bit more because it's feeding in a little late. Okay, I think this might be it. Yep, I like that, but I think I need to adjust where her name and stuff is at. I think I like that. Yeah, I really like that. So I'm gonna trim it a little bit more though, because I slid it down so, you know, it's a little longer than the original video. Now I'm going to export this in 1080p by 60 frames per second. Okay, so this is the second page. This is what the second page will look like. So for this one, we're going to use strictly KineMaster. So I'm going back in the KineMaster and I'm going to choose the 16:9 ratio. I'm going to choose media, photo, and add her wallpaper in. I'm going to hit pan and zoom, choose the equal sign so it can be starting and ending at the same time. Hit layer, effect, basic effects, and choose the Gaussian blur. And I want to make sure it's at 100%. I don't want the opacity turned down. Next, I'm going to hit layer, media. I'm going to hit photo, and I'm going to add in this photo that I chose. And it's this one. And I need to crop it. I thought I cropped it originally, but I didn't. So I'm just gonna crop it really quick. Then I'm going to zoom in and move it over to about right here. Now for the next part, I used a screenshot of her Twitter and I put it inside of a phone. So that's what I'm about to do now. I just had to get a new transparent background. And I'm going to hit add photo. And I'm gonna add her Twitter in, size it up. And I'm gonna add, I'm gonna type in iPhone PNG in the search bar. Might gotta, you know, play with the sizing. You can change the color of the iPhone if you want. I'm not. I'm gonna save that. And then I'm gonna clear it because I'm gonna need this again soon. And I'm gonna hit layer, media, photo, add in the phone we just made, size it up, and then the animation for the phone is going to be dropping, but I'm actually going to move the phone over for the picture. That's going to fade in, and I'm going to move that over because you need to be able to see the animation. And I'm thinking about when I use the transitions, if I start it at the beginning, you're not going to see the transitions. I'm also going to change the speed to 1.3 for the picture, and the speed for the phone I'm going to change to 1.3. Or maybe I should leave the phone right there where it's at because it's just going to drop too slow. Now I'm going to hit layer, media, photos. I'm going to add in this PNG photo I cut out, and I'm going to size this up. The animation is going to be slide up. And then I'm going to hit layer media. And I'm going to add in this green screen butterflies flying. And I found this on YouTube. Just type in the green screen butterflies and you'll find it, I promise you. Then I'm going to hit chroma key and I'm going to enable it and turn the volume down. And I'm going to change the animation to fade. And I'm going to also hit layer, I'm going to hit layer sticker. And I'm going to go into spotlights 1 and choose these pink spotlights. Again, you can find it everything in the store. It's not hard to find at all, I promise. I might gotta size it all the way up so that it don't look crazy. And I'm going to change and I'm going to turn the opacity down a little, probably like 78. And I'm going to make the animation fade as well. I gotta actually zoom out for her picture. I was wondering what looked a little different. Move the butterflies down and I size them down just a little bit. It's the phone that actually needs to be like a little bigger. Actually a lot bigger. Now of course your sizing don't have to look exactly like this. This is just how I did it. And I am really happy with this page. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this and then we'll be working on the third page. So this is the third page. So I screen recorded her Instagram for this part and I used KineMaster. You already know the deal. Choose 16:9 is the ratio. And like I said, I chose Instagram. Her Instagram is the wallpaper. So I just screen recorded it. So here's the screen recorded Instagram. I'm going to choose pan and zoom. And I'm going to select where I want it to be starting and ending. And I'm going to hit layer, effect. Choose basic effects, choose Gaussian blur, and I can trim this video down. It don't got to be this long at all. I'm going to hit layer media photo and I'm going to show you how I edited her pictures in the phone and how I got them to look the way that they did. So I'm going back into Pixar. And I'm going to hit add photo and choose whatever photo I want. So I need the picture of her Instagram. So here's the picture of her Instagram. Size that up to about right there. Hit sticker. Type iPhone PNG. Make sure it's not too big, not too small. Hit apply, and then in the toolbar hit tools and then choose perspective. And we're gonna get a little techie, and I'm just going to play with the degree of it, which angle I want it at. I want it more so something like that. I don't want that look exactly like that. Then save that. And I'm going to do a picture of her as well. I'm going to do the same thing with this picture. Choose iPhone PNG. And I'll hit apply and do the same thing. So I'm gonna go add that in too. And for the red Instagram PNG, I literally just went and typed, what was it, red Instagram. And I had to scroll. And this was the one I found, and I had to use a shadow. Also had the pink Instagram, like, in this page. Chose shadow, left it where it was at, and saved that as well. And I'm just gonna add both of them in really quick. And this animation, then it fades in. For the overall animation, I want to use floating. For the animation in Instagram, I'm going to make it pop. For the picture in the middle, we're going to make it pop up and change the speed to 1.4. Slide it over some. This phone, we're going to make it I think I'm just gonna make it fade both of the phones. I don't want it doing too much. The font is Tabloid Scuzzball. I'm gonna choose the animation white bright. And now that I'm happy with this page, I'm actually going to shorten it some, about 4.3 seconds. And I'm going to save this. So now we're on the last part, which is this page. And to make the wallpaper, which is the videos, we're going to go into photo grid. And I screen recorded 3 separate videos for this. So I'm just going to add these in really quick. Remove the photo grid watermark. I'm going to trim these videos down so they don't be too long or too short. I'm gonna just save it. Now we're gonna go back into KineMaster, choose the 16:9 ratio, and choose the video we just made. And for the video, for the green screen, subscribe. I had to find this on YouTube. If I can find it, I'll leave a link. I'm going to duplicate this 2 more times. I'm going to hit duplicate and duplicate. Okay, so I'm going to like crop these down. So for the subscribe coming in, I want the subscribe to fade in for the first one. And I'm going to move the other 2 over. I'm but I'm going to crop the first page down to just the subscribe screen. So it would look like this. And then that's when I would move the second one over, crop the subscribe out. And this notification page, I'm going to move it over here. I'm going to size it down, and we'll say send me all notifications from, and put our name right there, and change the font of the name to fade in. I'm going to crop out the rest of this. I just want that notification page for here. I'm going to size it down some and move it over. Where's her name? I'm gonna put her name over here, move it over. And now that I'm happy with this page as well, I'm going to go ahead and save this page. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and add everything in. Okay, so for the first transition, it was hit and break, and it is the fourth one. And this transition is light blur. And it's the fourth one. And the last transition is soft white 8. So it should look like this. You should be able to see all the transitions moving. So the last app we're going to go into before our movie is CapCut, and we're going to add in the video we just finished making the transition in, which was KineMaster. And we're going to go over and hit effects, go over into see retro, and we are going to use, so we're going to use noise 2, and we're going to use it throughout the entire video. If you want to skip this step, you can. This is just for like the grainy type of effect. So that's all we were doing in CapCut. And make sure you save that, and I'll meet you guys back in iMovie with the screen recorder song I'm going to use. In iMovie, I'm going to create a new movie. I'm going to go ahead and add that video in now. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add in the screen recorder song, and I'm going to choose the 3 dots and choose audio only. And I'm going to just play around where I wanted to start and end at. And that is how you make a poppin' intro. And after you finish making it, make sure you go ahead and save it. But if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you do that too. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in my next video.